chicken tacos. First of all, let's just start by saying who doesn't love tacos? And the thing is, they're so easy to make with really authentic restaurant quality tacos at home. And I've worked in a lot of different restaurants with, a lot of different chefs from Hispanic descent and Latin descent. And I've learned a lot of things over the years. And so I'm going to put all of that stuff together and show you a simple marinade for the chicken and a really, really easy green sauce or salsa verde. And trust me, you're gonna love this. So sit back and let me just show you how easy it is to make awesome tacos at home. All right, to start this recipe, you're gonna need 1 pound of white meat chicken, and you can use dark meat if you want. I just prefer white meat, it's a little bit leaner. You're just basically gonna cut those into 1/4 inch pieces. And once they're in 1/4 inch pieces, then you're just gonna cut them into strips. Once you've got them into strips, then you'll just slice them down into small, like cube-sized pieces. All right, so for the marinade, you're gonna need 1 tablespoon or 15 milliliters of olive oil, a 1/4 teaspoon or 1 gram of black pepper, a 1/2 teaspoon or 3 grams of garlic powder, a 1/2 teaspoon or 3 grams of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne if you like spicy stuff. My wife doesn't, so I didn't put that in. And then I used 1/2 a lime. You could use 1/4 of a lime. I like a lot of citrus. And then 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. All right, you guys know the drill. Use a clean hand and give it a mix, and you can wrap it and put it in the cooler for an hour, 2 hours to marinate. All right, so now on to my favorite part, which is the salsa. You're gonna need 1 pound or 450 grams of tomatillos. And basically you're just gonna peel off the skin and pull out the little stem part. We're also gonna use 1 whole medium yellow onion or Spanish onion. And you're just gonna peel that. And basically what I like to do is, you can see here, is just cut off both ends, cut it in half, and then peel off the outer layer of skin. All right, so for a medium hot salsa, I use 2 jalapenos. You can use 1 if you want it less hot, or you can use 3 if you want it really hot. It's all personal preference. Basically, just cut off the stems. You're gonna throw everything into a pot. Just cover it with water, just barely, and let it boil for 5 to 10 minutes. Once you see that the tomatillos are about fork tender and the skin is splitting a little bit, that's how you know they're ready. Now everything that's in that pot, you'll just throw it into a blender, and the reserved water that was left over, you're gonna use about 1/4 cup of that water, and then you're gonna go in with half a teaspoon of salt or 3 grams of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon or 1 gram of black pepper, and then a 1/2 teaspoon or 5 grams of chopped garlic. And then 1/2 of a lime. And you could get away with using 1/4 of a lime. It just depends on how much citrus you want. I really like a lot of citrus, and so I used a 1/2. And then just go ahead and blend everything up. I used an immersion blender. Honestly, it was a big mistake. As you can see here, I ran out of room, and it was kind of a mess. So I ended up putting everything back into the pot that I was originally boiling everything in, because you need to go in with a whole bunch of cilantro. It's just one bunch of cilantro. There's no way that was going to happen, so I ended up dumping it into the pot and then going from there. But honestly, I highly recommend just using a blender. I think you would be a lot better off. All right, and for the toppings for the tacos, just gonna go with the basic traditional toppings here. So we've got a whole yellow onion, and we're just gonna cut it up into small pieces. I just, ran through it with the knife a few times and then just give it like a rough chop all the way through. Obviously, it doesn't matter what they look like in the end, just as long as the pieces aren't too big. You don't want like giant pieces of onions in your tacos. So I just ran the knife through it a couple of times, so I got like a pretty small size of of onion. And then the same with cilantro. I just took a whole bunch of cilantro, chopped it pretty thin, and then just ran the knife through it a couple times, just gave it like a real rough chop just to try and get everything down to size. And once you get all of that, then lime, obviously that's another really good topping to just kind of squeeze on top. It adds brightness to it, and like I said, I love citrus, so basically I just cut the lime in half and then quartered it, and then cut that in half again, so basically cut it into eighths, and then cut those in half, so it ended up being 16ths, just little cubes of lime, and that's just perfect to top the tacos with. All right, now time to cook the chicken. So you just heat up a pan over medium-high heat, and then you're just gonna put all of your chicken in, give it a couple stirs, and it cooks really fast because you cut the chicken in such small pieces. Basically, once you get that golden brown color on it, you know, they're done. You could cut a piece open to make sure, but that's pretty much what you're looking for. All right, and for the tortillas, I'm using store-bought, just corn tortillas, yellow corn tortillas, and you can find them, you know, at every grocery store. Basically, just heat up a pan on medium. You don't want it too hot, about medium heat, and then you put a little bit, just enough oil to kind of cover the bottom. As you can see, I put a little too much on that first one. I just wanted to show you all that, but it's fine. It'll drain off, and basically, you just want to toast them. I mean, you could eat them raw right out of the pack, but they're not gonna taste that good. That toasting and that cooking process is really gonna bring out all the flavor in that corn tortilla, and it tastes so good. And now it's time to set them up, and I'm gonna show you guys how I like to dress my tacos. So I just put a little bit of chicken, a little cilantro, a little bit of onion, and I'll go in with a squeeze of lime, and then the best part, you gotta go in with that green sauce, and I like to put a lot of sauce on mine. All right, guys, chicken tacos. So you see how easy it is to make, and trust me, it's so good. The marinade itself, I mean, the oregano and the garlic, the lime, they just come through so much on that chicken. And then the sauce, I mean, oh man, once you put it on those tacos, forget about it. It's a game changer. So you guys really need to try this recipe. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below and subscribe to the channel for more videos coming soon. Thanks.